rolling out the red carpet for the UT Longhorns.
Our founder of our company wanted to get involved with football and did not play a lot for himself, but when he took over our company 50 years ago, he said, I want to go ask the Rose Bowl if the teams would like us to feed them.
Lowry's used to go to the players. Now, the players come to them.
You think the excitement started when the team arrived? Nuh-uh. It started early here at Lowry's, behind the scenes.
First cooks arrive at the restaurant usually about 5:30 in the morning.
An early start for a fabulous feast. Cooks whip up 300 pounds of mashed potatoes, 150 pounds of corn. And what's for dinner? Lots of it.
We're anticipating Texas going through around 600 pounds of meat. I believe that's about what you did last year, and they have quite big appetites down there, so everything's big in Texas.
Tradition dictates the team that pounds the most beef wins the Rose Bowl.
We might have some sluggish guys that eat all this food, but hopefully not.
I won't be able to eat that much, but I mean, you eat about 2 or 3, you'll feel it the next day, so I can't imagine what the 7 I'm going to do.
Not so in last year's matchup when Texas failed to out-eat Michigan and went on to win.
Well, if that's the deciding factor, I'm not going to eat it all then.
Just goes to show a little beef won't quench the appetite for victory. Reporting from Beverly Hills, Christina Chavez, News 8 Austin.
I'm in sunny California. Ha ha.
I love flowers, and I watch this parade every year, and I've always wanted to see it. I said, some year I'm going to come, so I came this year, and the rain came, and that's okay.
Okay for the dozens of folks in burnt orange here at Rose Bowl Stadium for a glimpse at the tournament floats.
Just passing the time until we get ready to beat the Trojans.
Even the most unsuspecting fans are rooting for the Horns.
Texans are Texans, and I think the Longhorns would support us if they were in the same situation.
Come on!
These Texans love it.
Gotten lots of comments about this shirt. The best one was from a Longhorn that said, "Hell hath indeed frozen over."
Pasadena has clouded over. Still, the beauty of these towering sights shine through. Now just take a look at some of the detail that goes into building one of these floats. We've got the snail over here, and his shell is made out of pineapple skins. Over here, the grass is made out of Christmas tree branches. And take a look at this, the big giant dragon, where this green here is made out of broccoli, and his belly made out of oranges. You think Cinderella, Little Einstein, and the 3 Little Bears are amazing? Check this out. Hundreds of spectators get ready to camp out overnight for the floats to pass them by.
I usually have knitting, and we have games and books to read, and we just wait for the parade.
You're just in for a rare treat. It's an annual tradition, and it's no place like it on earth.
As for these fans, they still have days for the teams to meet on the field.
We've got all our orange out, and we're showing our pride, and we're not afraid to hook them.
And this Aggie's not afraid to either.
Give them horns!
In Pasadena, California, Christina Chavez, News 8 Austin. Rain pounds these Rose Parade watchers, but these UT fans aren't into getting drenched.
It's not like it was when we left Austin. It was beautiful weather in Austin. 75 degrees and sunshine. It was great.
The rain came down. You know, valor, rain, be one of the tough guys, sit inside, be dry. I mean, you know, so we opted to say, go ahead and come on inside.
In here, you can't get away from this or that. While floats light up the cloudy skies, still, you can't take the football out of the fans.
I'm more interested in watching that TV right over there.
For Little Longhorn fan Maggie Fulcher, she'll take it however she can get it.
It's very exciting.
On TV or right in front of her.
That's gonna be really cool.
And for some folks, it's been a cold and wet, rainy night as they wait for hours for the parade to pass them by.
I'm all dry underneath because I got 3 coats on. So it ain't bothering me.
Wet, soaked, cold. But here, Sheer excitement erupts anytime anything Texas heads their way.
We thoroughly enjoyed it because we have one of the best bands in the world, and they played at the Rose Parade.
Any place that you go to, you got to experience what's going on locally. I mean, the Rose Bowl parade. How do you go to the Rose Bowl and not go to the parade?
The best seat in the house? A home away from home. In Pasadena, California, Christina Chavez, News 8 Austin.
We don't have to be fancy. We're just going to be tough as barbed wire. As long as we've got a football and a place to practice, we're okay with that.
Okay with a practice field with its own set of landmines.
You know what you're doing. Watch out for the hole.
Okay with a goalpost made out of PVC pipe.
Somebody jump in there. You don't always have to have everything. You just need to be together and play the game of football and have fun. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on.
Coach Shipman leads this group of guys in the sport of six-man football for Fredericksburg's Heritage School.
Played on a 80-yard field instead of 100. You have to go 15 yards for a first down. Other side. Anybody's eligible for a pass, including the center, so centers love that.
The fellas must be pretty good at it, too. After all, they're the reigning state champs.
Coach, we just won, baby!
With not one, but two more state champ titles under their belts.
3 state championships and just tremendous blessings, and so I'm grateful that I got to do it and have been doing it.
If you notice Coach Shipman's mouth full of humble pie, it's not for show.
Everybody up?
You see, they might be playing this sport, but for them, it's not really about the game.
We always talk about putting God first and family second, and then we're third, and football's somewhere down here. And I think we talk about keeping our priorities straight, and if we keep all of that in balance, then if we win, that's icing on the cake. Attaboy, good, good.
Lucky number 7.
Ready?
7 years this football program's been around.
Come up and score, go score, go score.
7 years since Coach Shipman reluctantly took the job.
Showed up at the meeting and I looked on the board and it said a word from Coach. And I looked around and I was the only adult there and I thought, guess I better think of something to say.
This team's not about luck, not about glory.
And there's no school board in the world that gives you any kind of self-worth.
It's all about what comes out of being in the middle of a pasture.
1, 2, 3, who won it?
With one of your neighbors, Christina Chavez, News 8 Fredericksburg. When you're facing a DWI charge, you can either admit that you've committed the crime or fight to prove that you're not guilty. Let's make a left and find out where a guilty plea will lead you.
How do you choose to plead to the charge of driving while intoxicated?
Well, just back up a minute. You need to hire a lawyer first.
You can find lawyers out there that will do a DWI case for $500. You also find lawyers out there that might charge $10,000 to do a DWI case. Both of those are extreme.
How much you spend will depend on how much attention you want paid to your case.
County Court at law number 7 is in session.
All right, let's move on.
Take your plea of guilty, find you guilty.
It's probably going to cost you $10,000 before it's over.
If you're convicted.
If you are convicted.
Where does all that money go? There's probation fees. $1,500 here and a license reinstatement fee. $125 there.
They have more fees than, you remember the expression, Carter has liver pills.
Then there's the time. Time spent on hours of community service, usually 24 to 80 hours of work. Then there's alcohol education classes.
This program started in the late 1980s.
This one hosted by Mothers Against Drunk Driving every Wednesday. Traditionally, a packed courtroom.
The disadvantages that are going to happen once you do have a criminal record. Lost wages, anxiety, lost jobs, some cases even lost families.
2 out of 5 of DWI arrests plead guilty to the charge, but Bass believes it's worth the fight.
It's more than worth it, the fight. You're going to spend $4,000 or $5,000 for a lawyer. That lawyer could end up saving you $5,000.
Coming up, we'll turn right. I'll show you what a not guilty plea will cost you when our Cost of DWI series continues.